Yo, it's the 1409 podcast. I go by the name of KT.
Yo, it's your boy GualaMeetsWorld.
Hey, this is a special episode for a very special guest. You know, she's well-rounded out here out of Atlanta, Georgia. Are you from the east side? What side are you from?
I'm from the east side.
You from the east side? You know, she's a CEO, Shayna.CEO.
Yes.
She has the Marshall agency, Allstate agency, her own agency, 9-Round Fitness Gym. And she's co-founder of Girl Boss Suites. We're going to get into all that.
All that.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Y'all got me in here on Saturday.
On Saturday. We appreciate you being here. You can be anywhere in the world right now. But
I'm here with y'all.
Yeah, you here with 1409. For real. In real life, not virtual.
In actual real life.
In person.
This is dope. Y'all on the road. Like, it's a tour.
Yeah, it's a tour. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Gala?
It's a tour, all right. No, it's a tour. It's a tour.
Yeah, we got the little intro out the way. We're going to get some shots later. It's on the way. But what are 3 things people may not know about you, Shayna?
Well, obviously, let's see. Let me go back to some of the stuff we was just talking about.
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually kind of dope. Yeah, here we go. So I ain't got to adjust. But I grew up here in Atlanta. Most people in Atlanta ain't from Atlanta no more. Like, it's so many transplants. So, born and raised, I ain't going nowhere. Just gonna be home for me. So, that's dope. Love that. You gave my whole intro. I'm actually pretty humble. I'm not like, out there with like, oh, this is all the stuff I do kind of thing.
I didn't miss nothing. No, I missed something. What we miss? What we miss?
No, I'm saying as far as, serial entrepreneur. Honestly, that just by passion. Because I didn't really, how you didn't think when you grew up, like, I'm going to be the owner of 3 businesses at this point, right? Mm-hmm. Probably planning more type thing and just really a passion around that. So, having that in there. A lot of times people usually see me for insurance side more than anything. Maybe Girl Boss Suites now, but having the 3 of those, so that's pretty dope. And then we were just talking about growing up Catholic versus, which is probably not normal in our culture, but the truth is my Catholic church is actually not far from here, and it was predominantly African American attended, so I didn't even think that it wasn't until I grew up and learned more about non-denominational Baptist churches and such. So,
Did you go to Catholic school too?
I did not go to Catholic school, but we went to Mass every Sunday. I kind of sometimes wish I had gone to Catholic school and been like, the Catholic girl. Because, the stigma behind it or whatnot, like, just to see how that. My mom and her family, they went to Catholic school, grew up in the Catholic church, and so she just kind of brought that when she moved here from Savannah. And so when she came, we went to Catholic church. It's kind of dope.
So what high school did you end up going to?
I went to Columbia High School. I graduated from Columbia High School, which is in Decatur, Georgia, like literally 10 minutes from where we are right now. And around the corner from my mama, she's still right there in the neighborhood.
Still around the way, okay.
Around the way. That kind of, I love that, actually. A lot of people's parents will move away from, where they grew up from. But my mom still, like you're still in your family home and that kind of thing. So I was thinking about that the other day, like, when it comes to your kids and stuff, like that sounded like a tradition that, being able to go back to the family home where you grew up in, like being in your room and stuff like that. It feels good when I go home. So, I was just thinking the other day, I was like, if I move, because I was thinking about moving, I'm like, I'm going to make this like my last move so that the kids feel like they can't come back to the family home type thing. Or just kind of keep it.
Do you feel like that, like, molded who you are today as far as, like, being close to, like, home, you know what I'm saying, the family home, and with the Catholic religion, the Catholic background? Do you feel like that's molded your vision in entrepreneurship? Should I say?
You know what? I feel like, you know how we were just talking about, you were saying, well, you know, maybe God just was telling you this is what you should do, right? We were talking about how you receive messages of things that you should do next and then moving on those. I always feel like I've had this voice in the back, like regardless of what I was doing, that was kind of pushing me towards it. I didn't know that's what it was though, right? So I didn't grow up and was like, oh, I want to be a business owner. Like I literally never said growing up I was going to be a business owner. I didn't even really know business owners. So it was kind of like, you know, one of those things, if you don't see it, you know, you're not exposed to it. A lot of times you don't feel like that's something that either you can do or that you want to do or even think about as an option for you. Mm-hmm. So I never really, I mean, my granddad owned the dry cleaners in Savannah, but outside of that, I didn't really have a lot of entrepreneurs around me. My mom was a teacher. My dad was in banking and law, and then he did own his janitorial service. But by the time he owned that, he was in Savannah and I was up here. So I never really, you know, I don't feel like it really, but I will tell you what I felt like helped molded me to be where I was. Like my mom, my aunts, my dad, my family constantly, they always pushed you for greatness, right? Like whatever you was doing, like pushing you for greatness. And then, and so therefore I kind of developed this thing where it didn't feel like there was a ceiling, right? Like I didn't have a ceiling of what I was supposed to be doing, but then I would go get I would be in school or I would get jobs, and then, you know, you would be in a role, and this is your role. You are the analyst, right? So your job is to analyze stuff. And then
you can say shit.
And then, but then I was like, well, it has to be more to this. You know, I want to make more money. I want to learn how to do more, right? Because I was constantly being pushed. I think that's what my foundation was. It's like constantly being pushed for greatness. And so then eventually you push past. So like I started my career, for example, as like an analyst in the back office of a securities firm, you know, that traded, like a trading. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna go past that and go into management. So you're kind of pushing forward. And eventually it's like, well, I want to be the owner. I want to be the one that's directing everything. And I think that's how entrepreneurship developed, right? It was more of like pushing into being able to create my whole entire own entity instead of just, you know, doing whatever it was that my job was for that day.
So your motivation getting into entrepreneurship was to be having things under your own name, under your own brand.
Yeah, maybe so I'm bossy. Maybe I like to tell people what to do or something.
You like to tell people what to do?
Maybe that's it. I think so. I don't like people telling me what to do.
People ever tell you bossy?
But in a really good way.
How they say it?
You know, like, you're so direct. But it's like, but it's kind of like, you're so sweet. You know what I mean? But it's like, you're so direct. So I'm like, yeah, so you going to do it or not? Kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like.
So basically, you get what you want.
I mean, I feel like, why not? Is there a reason why we shouldn't get what we want?
I think everybody should get what I want. I feel like I be getting what I want, but you know.
Like, why not?
I don't know. I feel a little bit different. I feel like I gotta work for what I want.
You gotta work, but you know what? You do. I think you put in the work, though. You put in the work to get what you want, and then at that point, it's like you deserve to have what it is.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like I deserve to have what it is. I like that. I deserve to have what it is, but I do feel like I put in the work. I don't ever feel like nothing is handed to me. Even though it may come like super easy, I don't feel like it's handed to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to put in some work here along or somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. That's just, I mean, it's just, you know, I think that a lot of times we are sheltered by not having that level of ambition. Or thinking that we can really have what we want. But, I mean, right, I think that's what separates, you know, the average from above average, right? Or the ordinary from, like, extraordinary. It's the fact that, you know, it seems like you run into these two kind of mindsets, right? People who are just kind of, like, here to do what they're told to do, and then they'll do that. But the truth is they probably don't even realize why they're doing it, and just gonna do it to get some money so they can live type thing. And then you got the people who are, you know, thinking above, like, oh, I I can own this. I can have that. I can do whatever, right? And those are kind of like that they say it only takes like, you know, that extra step to be above average. So with you, you're just like, yeah, I'm working hard. Whatever I get, I'm going to have it. Me and you are kindred spirits.
So what do you say the most difficult thing you had to overcome in life?
I don't know if I look at, I mean, obviously there's difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not finna sit here and act like, you know, it's just rainbows and gummy drops and shit like that all the time. It's not. But I honestly don't feel like things are so difficult that they're like roadblocks, right? Because I feel like I used to view things as roadblocks, and I wouldn't make progress as quickly as I wanted to because I was actually mentally blocking myself from moving forward. But, you know, difficult things to overcome. I mean, there are things that come in your way all the time, right? Like, especially in business. Usually people, the first thing they can't figure out is how to get the money to start the business. I can't figure out where I'm going to get the people to buy the stuff that I'm selling. I don't know where I'm going to get the staff to help me, you know, do all this stuff once I start to get overwhelmed because I can't do it myself. Mm-hmm. People can't figure out how to scale in business. Like, all that stuff is difficult. Like, all of that is difficult. But, you know, so if you ask me, like, well, what do you think the most difficult? Well, the first one was, you know, deciding to open a business. Like, getting mentally past the challenge of, can I do it? How was I going to do it? How was I going to do it with a 9-to-5? That kind of thing. But I feel like, you know, those are everything that we do is designed to take us to the next level. So it may seem like it's difficulties when it's really just the challenge to get to that needs to be conquered for you to get to the next phase of your life or your journey. So, you know, I try not to view things as, you know, difficult, I guess, or.
I feel you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think it's all about mindset.
Yeah, because, like, it's some things that I've been through, but, like, I guess when I look back on it, I was like, it wasn't a difficulty, but like during the time or like beginning process of going through those stages, I would say like it was a difficult time in my life. But now I look back on it and say it's a lesson. Yeah, I learned from that. I was able to progress from that. It wasn't a difficulty. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lesson or a point in life where I had to learn how to progress. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
I get
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the thing about it is when you look back on it, it definitely feels a lot less like a difficulty now than when you was going through it, right? So, okay, so your challenge was my credit bad and I'm having a hard time finding an apartment to stay in. Right? It felt so hard. Like, oh, that's the end of the world. I'm not going to be able to have any place to live. But at the end of the day, right, if you just sit down and look at whatever the obstacle is and just figure out what the plan is so I can get past this so we can keep it moving, you know what I mean? Then it's not really a difficulty. It's just kind of like, all right, so it's not going to be as smooth as I thought it was going to be. Let me go and, you know, take these extra 10 steps so that I can go on and fix my credit real quick, or I can go on and save a little bit of extra money or whatever it is. So I don't know that, you know, I think, again, it's mindset, right? So now I kind of approach difficult situations in that same manner. All right, what is going on here? Let me figure out how to get past it.
I like that. For sure. You definitely know what to do around here.
Yeah.
Like, around what year did you, I know you said you wanted to have your own brand and own name. Around what year did you say you jumped into entrepreneurship?
It literally was just I'm going to say full force was 2018. Like, that's when I went in without working any longer. So 2018 is when I literally stopped working dependent on a salary at all. And went and opened Allstate in my gym. And so that was my first time, just like, that shit was scary. It was scary in the moment, right? Because you like, what if it, like, you know, you start to get the what ifs. What if? What if I can't find people to join my gym? What if I can't find people to buy insurance? But at the end of the day, like, you know, like I say, I think it's a mindset thing. So you just prepare. You just like, this is what I'm going to do every single day to make sure people know I'm here. This is what I'm going to do every single day to ask somebody to quote their insurance. This is what I'm going to do every single day to make it work. And I think if you do that, you don't have an option to fail, actually.
So, like, how long were you doing insurance before you got your own agency?
None. I never, not none, not now, second, not 1 minute.
So you just jumped straight in there.
I actually was, still am, as a registered stockbroker, and I would work with people who had their own brokerage, I would say their own firms, right? So I would work real closely with financial advisors who in the business of setting up people retirement accounts and 529 college saving plans for the kids and, stock trading accounts and things like that. So naturally, people actually thought my progression would have been to open a financial planning firm, but I didn't really want to get into the business of dealing with people's money as far as, for me, I like low maintenance businesses. So if I got to worry every day that, I didn't make the right trade or the stock market go crazy because, something happened with the presidential election or whatever, now I'm having to spend my time dealing with people's emotions about their money instead of actually dealing with their money. I didn't really like that idea, but I liked the financial services aspect of it a lot. I always been into trying to help people save and grow and create, wealth opportunities. And so with insurance, I could do that through life insurance. I also do have like retirement planning. So I knew I could get there, but like I wanted to do something that was easier, to be honest, right? So the auto and home, it was a needs base. Everybody needed. So I can come to you and say, well, you need it. You have to have it. If you have a home, generally you have to have it or you definitely need it. Your auto, you have to have it by law. So I'm coming to you with stuff you need to have instead of trying to convince you to give me money to help you be better. You know what I mean? So it was more of strategically trying to figure a place that I knew I could sell people something they had to have every single day. So it wasn't a lot of convincing in that. And then I could create a relationship where you could trust me to help you also build like a portfolio and of wealth that helps you and your family kind of thing.
Do you feel like insurance is a scam?
No, insurance is absolutely not a scam. Insurance is not a scam.
Well, why is it not a scam?
Well, everybody think it's a scam because you pay for it every month and you rarely use it. And then when you do use it, usually your rates may go up. So now you're paying more for it. And you're like, what? Didn't I just pay for this? That's what I paid for. Why y'all going up on me kind of thing? First of all, disclosure, I don't have any control over rates. However, I don't think it's an actual scam. It's required by the law. So what we going to do? What we going to do?
So you'll feel like the law and the insurance companies are working together to scam these people?
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like there is some level of protection, right? So you get into a car accident with somebody, they ain't got no insurance. You ain't got no insurance. What y'all gonna do?
Hit and run.
Trying to catch me riding dirty.
Get out of there.
I'm saying
Get out of there.
Seriously, you get hurt, then they don't have no insurance. You don't have no insurance. You just hurt. What you gonna do? You out of work now. Thank you. You out of work.
Shout out to Bravo Ocean Studios. They they're really looking out right here. We needed some stuff and they went and got it. Bravo Ocean Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, on Boulevard. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. But yeah, now I don't feel like it's a scam. Y'all can't call Jesus. You just gonna call my whole industry a scam.
I ain't calling it. I'm
asking. That one on the cue card. Like that was not on the question set.
Hey, we both busting and blunt, so sometimes some random stuff come out. Like we had an episode about that where we felt like insurance was a scam. Not really all insurance, but definitely like auto insurance. Yeah. I felt like it was a scam.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's my thing, right? Like if we gotta deal with it, we gotta deal with like certain things we gotta deal with, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to revolt and like we figure out how to make it not required by law.
Like I know it wasn't required by law when I was like a little kid or something. I don't think it was.
Back in the day when people
in the 2000s
when the speed limit was like 35 on the highway. Now people ride like 90.
I ain't that old. I'm 28.
It was not. Well, then it was always required.
It was always. I didn't think it was always required. Like
I feel like there was like I remember when being in a car driving down to Savannah with my dad and like not having seatbelts and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like little kids just riding the back of pickups and things like that.
Yes, on the back of the pickup, the dog and
we
everything.
used to do that, like right on the back.
And they had ashtrays in the car and all that.
So y'all don't think that's dangerous, and we need necessary.
It's dangerous.
Okay,
for sure,
so then like sometimes the necessary evils, right? Like, even though you don't hardly use it, like that's the part that people, and then when you do, you kind of get hit for using it. That's the part that people don't like. But when it is an accident and, you know, you out of work for a couple of weeks and you didn't have no medical insurance and the person that hit you is covered, you can get your medical bills paid for, you can get your car fixed, like then you're not really thinking it's a scam.
All right, so you do home, auto, life. You
business,
do like business insurance.
Yeah.
Or do they have something called event insurance too?
Yep. It's so many insurances. Like, it's literally probably insurance for everything. But event insurance, that's pretty big here because it's a lot of events. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of, like, filming and stuff, and usually they'll come in and rent a space. So that is, I get a lot of people that'll call and need, like, a day or two with just having insurance coverage for the space. But, all of them that you can think. I like, my favorite is business insurance. A lot of people don't realize why they need it. But I had a client the other day who was telling me that a guy came in to her spa, and literally it's a shoulder, like y'all seen those shoulder and foot spas, so it's not even, massage.
I need a foot spa right now. So.
Right, but you sitting fully clothed and the people just massage your shoulders and then they'll massage your feet or whatever. And the guy came in, and then all of a sudden, you know, the next day he's like, oh, after I came in here, I can't use my arm and I can't go to work, and you know, that kind of thing. You know, she has cameras throughout her space or whatnot. Mm-hmm. They didn't do anything different than they did to anybody else. He didn't disclose having any injuries or anything like that. And it literally was just, here's the funny thing. So then the insurance company sent out like an investigator to talk to him. They found him on a job site working, but we thought your arm couldn't work no more. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like when they went to find him.
So he was the scam, not the insurance.
He's the scam. But
now we get to the bottom of it.
But the thing is, like, the insurance company was able to help her through that process. Like, if she didn't have that, then he would have tried to sue her. They going to court. It's her word against his kind of thing. But they were able to investigate a little bit and be able to be like, nah, this ain't it. So what you got next? Because we ain't covering this arm that's supposedly broke, or you out of work because you're clearly here.
So this was the business insurance aspect of it?
Yeah.
Let's get into business insurance, because I just heard about that for the first time like a few months ago. Like, how important is that? I know you mentioned this event, but really like
it. You just think about if you go set up an office and there's a fire and like y'all was just up the street eating pizza, but next door to the pizza place is what's next door? The Barber Shop.
Yeah, I saw a barber shop.
Yeah.
I saw a massage thing over there too, I think.
Yeah, so let's say, for example, there's a fire in the pizza place, then, you know, the computers in the Allstate, and the flooring, the paint that they did in there, like all the equipment, everything go up in flames, right? Like that's what your business insurance kind of covers. It covers the loss of the stuff. It covers if I'm out, like now, so now we can't work in the office for 2 weeks while contractors are fixing this, or whatever I averagely make on a day, you know, insurance will give me that to be able to help continue to pay salaries and still make profit. Like that is really like super important. Even people who work from home, like there's business insurance when you have your business from home. So if there's let's say I'm a candle maker, you know how it's like a lot of people make candles now from their house and sell them, and you know I blow up my house. Like that's gonna help you there, because your homeowner insurance not gonna cover you having the business in there, but your business insurance, knowing that you were doing it in your home, will. So you know, I know what y'all saying. Y'all trying to say it's a scam.
I ain't saying it. I'm just asking. Like,
just asking the question.
Where you put
I'm
it,
gonna tell y'all where it is.
It's
the protection of the things that you spend your time building.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like a lot of times, it takes a minute for you to be able to get your first car. You want somebody to wreck it, and we ain't gotta have no insurance for nobody to fix it. right? So protect the stuff that you spend your hard-earned money trying to get. Your house, you know, if anything happened to your house, it burned down, you still got a mortgage. Who gonna pay the mortgage if the house ain't there? You ain't paying the mortgage.
You ain't gonna want to pay it if the
You
house
ain't gonna want to pay the mortgage. Now you got bankruptcy because you ain't pay the mortgage. People that don't foreclose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's the protection of the things, of the assets you have spent your time building. Just even life insurance. You know, people sometimes, it's a scam until somebody die. And then now everybody on GoFundMe and don't nobody want to give no money to bury the man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, but you could have literally been paying $19, $20 a month.
I feel like where the money going though that we paying every month, that's like, well, I'm really like wondering. We still got
but come on, it's a for-profit company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for profit. It's not non-profit organizations. So people,
if they got 4 million people paying $20 a month, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna have a claim every month. And if you look at 4 million people paying $20, like nobody claim is gonna be that much that money can't.
It's an amazingly profitable. So if you don't like it, then make your own. That's what I tell people to do all the time. You don't like the way it go, then make your own shit to do it the way you want to do it. Then.
So like the personnel that own their own agencies, are they able to profit?
I mean, we get commissions off of the sale of insurance, so we're helping the insurance companies make sure that people use them as their carrier of choice. You know what I mean? So you get commissions. And then most people who are in sales of any kind, right? Mm-hmm. That's a limited income potential period. So it's not like, I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, no, we don't make money off of it. No, we make hella good money off of it because at the end of the day, we get paid commissions. We try to get people to be with reputable companies, be able to help them when they have needs. Anything happen to them, make sure they fully protected, and we get paid commissions for doing that.
All right. Yeah, I like you. You prepared. You can't prepare. I know that wasn't on like. I know that wasn't. You didn't know that was coming, but sometimes random questions.
Grilling me on insurance and stuff.
Sometimes random questions come. I just was curious. It just came up like, damn, I need to ask this. But
so can you get insurance from the salon? Like when you have nails done quite as good as yours here tonight,
Can my salon have insurance?
No, can you have insurance on the workmanship here on your nails tonight?
No,
because your nails looking good.
Thank you, but no.
You can't get insurance on that?
No.
Oh man, then I feel like insurance is a scam. If you can't get insurance on these right here,
probably not.
And your finger,
probably not me. Probably if I use them for a business purpose. This is digging a little deep, but how like the singers will protect their voices. There's insurance for that. Or dancers will protect their. But see, I'm just around here trying to just be cute. They ain't trying to insure that. Yeah.
Okay. I was just joking. I just wanted to highlight. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's talk about the event insurance because I just heard about that recently a few months ago.
So event insurance is basically what they're requiring is if you use my space and you have an event in here, if anything was to happen, you have an insurance policy so that I'm not liable. So let's say this studio where we are now requires that you have an insurance policy for us to record in here this day. Right? They could do that and say, well, because if y'all in here and your guest falls while they stepping into the studio space and want to sue us, then we're not liable. You guys are required to have a policy to ensure that, you're covering anything that happens to them while they're in here. Or y'all light a candle, set the shit on fire, then your policy's going to cover that. We don't have to go to our insurance to cover that. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of similar whether you're doing the Georgia World Congress Center, a convention center, anything like that. You have to have, most of the time they require that you have to have some type of policy. That don't cost that much. I mean, depending on what y'all doing. If it's like a concert, of course, it's going to be way more than if you guys are just coming in there and having a vendor event.
All right, what if we were throwing a podcast and networking an event at Girl Boss Suites, hosted by 1409 Podcast, hypothetically? What would we need?
you could be coming there and say, for y'all 1 day event, get a 1 day event insurance policy. Like I said, I think they run, depending on the amount of the policy, you may be anywhere between $65 and $600, but something like a podcast in a space like that would literally cost you less than $100. And it's just, like I say, to protect y'all coming there and burning the place down or possibly anybody getting hurt, injured.
All right. Yeah. That's
But,
very informational.
I mean, the way people moving these days, where they're renting a lot of stuff, you can go anywhere and stay, live, work, or whatever. Like, it's becoming more popular because the places that you're being at temporarily wants to make sure that it's nothing gonna go down, especially if they have different people using it every day.
All right. So, how important is putting your team on with the Marshall Agency? I know you do like events. I don't call it events, but y'all go out and do things.
We do. So it's a good partnership, to be honest. Like every agency is gonna be run differently. Every insurance agency is gonna look totally different. But for me, it's really important for my team to feel like, I'm pushing for people to call, want insurance. So like I try to keep my phone ringing. I try to keep opportunities for them to sell, and then they go and they sell it. Right, so it's like the team effort is, I'm marketing and advertising. I'm bringing stuff into the door, lead opportunities for people for them to talk to, and then that mean all day they have a gazillion people to talk to be able to close sales. So that way they're not trying to figure out, well, where am I going to get the sale from, as well as trying to close and make the deal. Right, it feels like a team environment and a team effort. So like without them, there's no me. Without me, there is no them. It works perfect. I love it. I love my team. I have a great team.
Did they say you bossy?
They could say that. Yeah, they could say I'm bossy, but then at the same time, we do stuff together. Like we go out, we celebrate. We was just at Nakato's, a hibachi place recently, celebrating them getting a certain amount of sales. Like, we just do stuff. We probably do Cinco de Mayo, things like that.
Oh, yeah, that's coming out real soon. Cinco de Mayo.
Wednesday.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's dope. All right, so you have the Marshall Agency, which you started around 2018, you said?
Yep.
And then 9 Round Fitness around the same time?
Yep, actually up on the exact same day.
And I went to Domino's today, right? We went to Domino's, and we saw the Marshall Agency. And 9 Round Fitness, they were like right next door to each other.
They're literally next door to each other. Yeah, that was just more strategic. Like when I got that space, I was like, well, I mean, it was one lease because 9 Round's actually a franchise. So it was a gym.
After we interviewed you and we talked about now, I saw one in my hometown. I was like, 9 Rounds. I was like,
there we go. So it's not a huge, but it's it's getting there. And but that gym, the concept of the gym is I come whenever I want, and the trainer's there to train me. Workout changes every day, so it's not like I'm doing the same thing and my body doesn't get used to it and plateau. And so you burn 500-600 calories in like 30 minutes. And so, for me, I mean, think about it. For 30 minutes, usually people come home 30 minutes. I don't know about y'all, but I sit on the toilet 30 minutes, scroll through Instagram. And I could have technically had a whole workout.
That's real. See, we bowl busters and blunt. That was blunt. She was being real blunt. Right
I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all. I need somebody to be able to confirm that for me one day, that they do the same thing. I know I'm not the only person that can sit on the toilet for 30 minutes. But my point was, it was hard for me to find time to make an appointment with a trainer. I would miss my appointments. And that 9 Round concept is I come whenever I want. New workout start literally every 3 minutes the way that it's designed, and I get a brand new workout every single day. And I was on that. I could hit that and then get to the house 30 minutes later. So I thought that it was dope, and I wanted to bring it home with me. I want to take it wherever I go.
Do you feel like those are some of the benefits of owning 9 Round Fitness?
Yes. The workout is amazing. I need everybody to come by and visit 9 Round on Boulevard in Atlanta. But, sometimes you're driven by the desire to want to have it near you, right? Like I have a friend, he was telling me the other day how much he loved American Deli. Actually, ever since I met him, all he do is love to eat chicken wings. for American Deli. And now he's like, I'm just going to own my own American Deli. Run it. Do it, right? Mm-hmm. Because you love it so much. More, you feel like you just want to have chicken wings around you all the time. I feel like that's an opportunity for you to be able to actually tap into your dreams and your goals, which, you know, must be in some way in alignment for you. Yeah, so that one was more of like, I just want to bring this here. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all for-profit businesses, so I'm not going to sit around and act like, oh, it's just a passion type thing. They're all profitable businesses, because that's a business that you could set up, and it doesn't really cost me anything to run it daily, except for to pay the trainers, and obviously my rent and utilities, right? So actually, that's a really low overhead. Like, think about if you open a restaurant. You got a lot of overhead. You got food costs. You know, you buy alcohol, drinks every day, whatever it is you buy. You got to buy a lot of stuff to make it run. But for me, you know, that was real low cost. That was a real low cost business. So, you know, I was able to have a low cost business entity that gives me recurring revenue because people sign memberships. And so from a profitability perspective, that's important. Like, don't just you can't just be opening random stuff and not understand how you're going to make money. Like, you need to be able to make money. So, you know, that was a big part of evaluating whether I wanted it to, but then I just love the concept.
So did the 9 rounds come first, or did the insurance come first? So the idea of
9 round probably was there first, and then I was like, well, we got that extra space on the side. What I always wanted to do insurance, I always looked at it, and I was like, let's just do it. So I went ahead and did both of them. They both have the exact same anniversary day, October 1st, 2018.
Wow.
Yep. So I celebrate them together. They're twins.
Twin businesses.
Twin businesses. I have twins. Y'all excited about that? Yes.
Twin businesses?
Yes, they twins.
Will we be expecting triplets?
I don't know. You know what? I would like to go into I'm trying to debate about this. It takes a lot to open a business. And since I done started getting to the space where I'm kind of scaling and trying to recapture my time, but still keep profitability, I don't know that I really want to open another business. I think I would like to do some things like I could be a commentator on small businesses. Like, can y'all put me? Y'all know people on CNN?
Do I know people?
Yeah, you know. Hey, you gotta ask.
Not yet. We in Atlanta though, so you never know what could happen.
So if anybody listening is CNN, Fox News, or the like, and would like me to be a commentator on entrepreneurship, small business, or anything like that, I think that would be dope.
Hey, we can bring you back frequently on entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just kind of, talk through, like, challenges, maybe do research on the current environment. Like, I would like to do that. Something like that.
Yeah, I like that. I know you make great things happen. People going to tune in. People going to tap in.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know that I want to necessarily, 3 businesses is a lot. I've historically been a real estate investor as well. I haven't done a lot of new investments in the last couple of years, but thinking about maybe doing some extra stuff on the way of that, maybe get into like commercial real estate. But other than that, I kind of want to keep it chill for a minute, and then maybe I'll go back in gung ho. But it does take a lot to open a brand new business. It's a lot.
So where you see yourself in 5 years? And Girl Boss Suites and the Marshall Agency and 9 Round and Shayna Marshall.
On the beach.
On the beach.
On the beach chilling. Beach? Y'all like I want to interview, and I'm like, okay, you zoom me in from the beach. Is it okay?
Real life.
Is bathing suits proper attire? Because
that's what. You can do it naked.
That's what I have on. That's what I'm saying.
The nude beach, right? Yeah.
So, okay, wait. Let me tell y'all this story. One time, me and my sister went on a cruise. Dang, I have to call her and ask her what was the name of that beach. It was my first and last nude beach.
First and last? Were you nude?
No, because we stumbled upon the beach by mistake. And the first thing I saw was a big fat man. I mean, he was so nice and fluffy, and
you like that.
Because it was just alarming that there was just a nakedness there with a hat, and he had on a hat, like a fedora. And I was like, where in the hell are we? We got off the boat, walked down the street onto, well, we going to go to the beach to lay out on the beach. And here, the first thing I saw was he was nice and fat.
Get in there, nice and deep, like.
He was so welcoming and nice, and I was like, why are you naked? And he was like, "This is a naked beach. If you come out here, y'all can't wear them bathing suits." And I was like, "Okay, let's turn around."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But my point is yes, I personally see myself like, for me, retirement is important, right? A lot of people see themselves and they're like, I want to open a business. I want to get into business. And when you get into it, it's so much work, but you're just running it. And like I say, you end up being a slave to the business. I don't want that. I want my business to last. I want longevity in it. I've been trying to teach, learn more and teach others about like generational wealth, being able to make sure those businesses last into for my kids and my kids' kids and my kids' kids, right? Like, I wanted to push through all the way down. And like I said, evaluating with how you can create that sales and revenue stream and then being able to plan for it to go forward is important. So it's not about me stacking up on businesses. It's about me creating multi-million-dollar and billion-dollar entities that can last through so everybody can benefit. I mean, because why? Why do we work so hard? So think about it. If I create a business and I'm working really, really hard, it's the same as me having a job and working really, really hard if when I die, the business dies. What was the purpose? What was all that hard work for? But the truth of the matter is a business as an entity is something that could easily be passed down and created. But we don't scale it. We don't create the plan for it to live beyond us. So that's what I want to kind of help people do. That's when I'm talking about like commentary and things like that. Like maybe going into helping people get educated on how do I take it. And I've created this amazing lash, brand. I've created this amazing candle business. Now, how can it live past me?
Words from a wise individual right here. You ready for that question of the day?
Question of today is...
I got the question of the day.
You got a question of the day?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out why y'all in Atlanta because I haven't seen y'all here. Y'all live here and, y'all talking about going on a tour. Like, what is this? Tell me what y'all got going on. That's my question of the day. What is next or what is this plan for 1409?
Oh, man. So this is the first 1409 episode, like, in person like this with a videographer. Shout out to Haley Hales over there, you know what I'm saying? Hale shot it. Shout out to Hale shot it.
I'm behind the camera.
Yeah, she behind the camera, but she here though.
Soak up all the gems. This is all true facts.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, so you the first person we did this with. Like,
I know, it's dope.
You the first. You and Tiara were the first person we did a live episode with.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be a lot of firsts, and
with us, please, thank you.
Yeah, with y'all. Yeah. So we had to pull up on you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I have a question.
What you got?
Yeah.
How is it like? What is it like being like having two of like pretty much the same business in two locations? So how you guys have Houston and Atlanta? How is that like travel wise for you and your business?
Oh God! So Tiara spends most of her time in Houston for Girl Boss Suites. So Girl Boss Suites, girlbosssweets.com, Girl Boss Suites on IG. Is located in Atlanta, in the Buckhead area, as well as Houston. And so what happens is right now, Tiara spends a lot of her time managing the Houston location. I spend a lot of time managing the Atlanta location. What our plan is to scale that and create like ambassadors and literally try to put Girl Boss Suites everywhere. Right. So the benefit of that is I'm a lady in business. I'm a part of Girl Boss Suites. What does that means that I get resources. I get a community like of women that let's say you're a member of Girl Boss Suites. I need a Girl Boss Suites member. I need a videographer. I need somebody that, can give me some content. I need to, do. We got one in our Girl Boss Suites memberships. And not only that, if y'all wanted to go out from Atlanta and go to Houston and shoot content, boom, it's a Girl Boss Suites in Houston. So now y'all can meet up, set up, do whatever y'all want, shoot content in the space, go to the areas around the space if you want. And then let's say we're in Charlotte or we're in Detroit or so the whole goal is to, as a community, be able to grow to multi-city businesses instead of just being in my one city. Now I have the opportunity to be able to go out to Houston and do business there. So like when I go out there, I can do business from the Houston space. I can, we go to Detroit, we'll go be able to do it from Detroit space. We go to Charlotte. So we're planning to do like multiple cities so that now as a female in business, I got communities everywhere. You know what I do for people's sales and revenue? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And we're sharing in. What we do is we kind of like treat it like a co-op where we're sharing in the cost of the space because people pay membership fees, but they're anywhere from $19 to, depending on how much they use the space, to $250. But because you're a member, everybody's paying for space. So now if I go to a different city, I got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to do business. I got somewhere to meet with clients. Like, it is just the dopest concept in life.
Franchising. Y'all gonna franchise that thing.
It is. But
I love it.
And it's not like, so if I wanted to grow, now I got to figure out how am I going to pay $2,000 in rent in Atlanta and $2,000 in rent in Detroit and $2,000 in rent. No, you're a part of a membership of a space, like a club of female women in business, and you could just go wherever we have our space. So I love it. Girl Boss Suites is the bomb.
Yeah, Girl Boss Suites in Houston. That's a dope setup right there.
I can't believe we didn't get to go to Atlanta. Why didn't we think of that?
Let's go in the morning.
We could go tomorrow. Actually, I have to be there at 9:30 a.m. Y'all gonna meet me?
I can do that. I just gotta charge my car and I'll be there.
9:30 a.m. We got a lady in business that is hosting a class, and I have to be there to open up and make sure that she has everything she needs for her class for today.
We can go there and see how things looking. Then I can go turn this rental in, and we go to.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I can meet you there.
Yes.
I'm glad you was able to make this right here happen. I'm glad we was able to make this happen right here for you. You know what I'm saying?
I love y'all.
Love you too.
Love is such a strong word.
Hey.
Love.
But I love you too, Miss Shayna.
Shayna.CEO.
Yes, follow me, Shayna.CEO.
Instagram, yeah. Plug in everything.
Yeah, I mean it's dope. It's a lot going on, but honestly, like I'm just here to help. Like for me, it's just help people grow. Even though you feel like insurance is a scam, we're not going to revisit that. But helping people grow financially, helping people grow health-wise, helping people grow in business, like that's just kind of my thing.
Oh, really?
I don't feel like insurance is a scam. I just feel like people got to really read the fine print on what they get when they get insurance.
Listen, y'all gotta have it, so you might as well get it with me, okay? The Marshall Agency on Instagram. Thank you.
The Marshall Agency, you know what I'm saying? Switch from USA to Allstate.
Yes.
We're gonna talk.
Yes, actually, recently I set up my oldest daughter with the insurance. She got her license and she's opening her insurance agency. Why? Because she's going to recruit people to get insurance month over month. She's going to start to have people that continue to be with her. She's going to earn renewal commission every single month. Renewals is equal to residuals. Now people chase residual commission. Mm-hmm. She's going to chase residual commission. Do she want to be an insurance agent? No, she wants to be a dentist. But what's going to happen by the time she finishes college and goes to open her own practice, she's going to have earned enough money to open her business.
That's dope, man. Like, so you say your daughter's about to be an agent, but you like 20-something, though. Well, you look 20-something.
I wish.
What's going on
Black
here?
don't crack.
Ain't you just had 28th
well,
birthday or something? What?
So anybody out there, 18 is the age that you can get an insurance license. 18 is the age you can start a business. Well, actually, legally on your own. your parents can do it for you when you're younger.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have anybody that's listening that's younger that wants to be a business owner, there are definitely ways to do it. And even if you don't know if that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, you could start something that you could be able to utilize to fund the rest of your life. So
insurance is definitely important. I know I'm behind the camera, but it's important, guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I tried the insurance field.
yes,
You gotta be passionate about it.
you do.
So listen to what she's saying. It's
Thank you.
very
We don't use it. People use insurance to create generational wealth. Like that's the very
Facts.
first tool of generational wealth. If I got $1 million policy, you could get $1 million policy on a newborn. And you're paying $30, $40 a month for $1 million policy. So, and you could use that policy to fund their education. You could use that policy to buy their first home. You could use that policy to do so many things that helps the benefit of the whole family. Like, we don't use it like the other cultures use it. We need to be able to be smart and learn about that.
Really. All right, so
So it's not a scam.
I got you.
It's a way
insurance
to
is not a
create
scam.
wealth for the state.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's go ahead and bring it to a close. Go ahead and plug in anything you made not that plugged in yet, or you want to plug in again, Miss Shayna.
So if y'all in the Atlanta area, please come by and see us. Y'all can definitely pop in. We are right off of Boulevard. Allstate, the Marshall Agency, is on Boulevard as well as 9 Round. We're in the Grant Park area. Find me on Instagram, shayna.ceo, and call me, DM me or whatnot. Like I said, I'm here to help people. So if you got questions about business, going into business, creating generational wealth, insurance, health, whatever, let me know. I'm here.
Yeah, y'all professionally slide in the DMs if you got any questions or anything.
Professionally slide in,
Professionally.
please. Thank you.
Yeah, don't just be DM sliding.
Yeah. I know you might want to, but do it professionally.
I know, because when they see them toes, they might just slide
I
in
cannot.
any kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, you know where you can find us. We on Always Press Record TV, Nobody Grinds Like Us Network, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, what else? Pandora, all that. Follow us on Instagram, 1409 Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, 1409 Podcast. Twitter, 1409 Podcast. Facebook. That's about it. Follow me on Instagram, 843 Ambassador. I'm also an ambassador for Express Clothing, so make sure y'all shopping with Express.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's your boy GualaMeetsWorld.
Put his sexy voice on.
Put my sexy voice on. Put the sexy voice on. Yeah, it's your boy GualaMeetsWorld. Make sure y'all tap into the music on all the streaming platforms. At GualaMeetsWorld. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at GualaMeetsWorld. That's good enough for you, Miss Shayna?
Yes, love it.
Put yours on.
I don't have one. What am I supposed to say? How does this work?
Don't-
See, y'all
don't worry
go
about
deep.
it.
What am I supposed to go?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know why
Next
I be saying
time,
that's my sexy
next
voice
time
anyway.
I see y'all, I'm gonna have a sexy voice.
We can teach you off here.
Okay, I got it.
All right. It's the 1409 Podcast, and we out.
Peace.